I don't know what I'm doing, but asking you to please share your tips. What do you do? How do you find I made some changes to Mr. Jack's website. I'm getting deeper and deeper into genealogical research. I don't know what I'm doing, and I am asking you to please share your tips. What do you do? How do you find information? If you would, share that with me, and then I'll put it on the website, and we'll share it with one another. To start your time travel, you're going to need some tools, and I've tried to put them together for you here. So let's start here with my website. This is mrjack.us. I've just got some things on here that may help you out to deal with time travel, getting ancestry, and then how to make all of this happen so you can find the nuts that hang on your family tree. I mean, the golden nuggets that are buried deep in your family treasure box. But if you go to mrjack.us, it's not .com, it's mrjack.us. Let's just go there. And across the top of the website, you're going to see there's home, there's ancestry, blogs, touring the battlefield, and then about yours truly. But this is the link that I want to show you. This is the ancestry link. We're going to start out here with a picture of my great-great-grandfather. But how do you get started on your own family tree? You got to plant the tree. Well, it's already planted. If you're here, the seeds are already here and you've got some fruit already growing there. But now, how about mental preparation? Because this is not an easy thing to do. I suggest that if you're a teetotaler, you stop it. You buy a couple of bottles of wine, and after you run into a few roadblocks, you may have to go up to Jack Daniels and Coke, and maybe even straight Jack Daniels. But anyhow, it's not an easy thing to do, so you better be prepared. You've got to be mentally prepared if you're going to be prospecting in your family's past. To put this family tree together, call your relatives. Just pick up the phone, call them. Now, talking to your mom and dad, that's going to be the easy part. Talking to your siblings, that's going to be the easy part. But what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have their names correct. You want to have their birth dates. You want to have dates they got married. You want to have these kinds of things. I'm going to show you how to catalog that in just a minute. So you want to start there. After you've talked to your family, now you got to call your in-laws. They probably won't answer, but when they look down to see, oh my God, why are they calling here? I don't want to talk. Well, maybe something's wrong with the grandkids. They will answer. If they don't answer the first time around, try it again. Eventually, they're going to pick up the phone. And now you want to ask them questions about their family. They'll be suspicious. They'll think you're trying to get into the will or things like that. But no, just assure them that you're trying to grow the family tree. You want to have accurate family records. So you want to call all of them. Now, they're going to try to tell you about Aunt Edith and that was not an elective surgery, but, oh, come on. She was wrinkled a lot more than that before she went into the hospital. And then when they start talking about Uncle Herb and his family's secret, just go on. Just get the basic information. Find out, his birthday and why he didn't get married. That's nobody's business or anything like that. But these are the kinds of things that you want to find out. You want to get on there and find out about your family, and you want good, accurate records. If they can provide documentation, that's even better yet. The next thing you want to do, you want to listen to old people. Folks, they're dying to tell you stories. They know things. I talk to my mom often. She was born in 1931. She'll be 90 in a couple of weeks. So I'm always asking her what life was like in the olden days. When did you get electricity? What was it like when you got plumbing? What do you remember about your parents? What do you remember about your grandparents? See, my mom's generation, her parents were born in the 1890s. Her grandparents were born in the 1860s. We're talking about right after the Civil War. So if you're careful and you can get to some of these people and listen to them, you will find some amazing stories, and that's going to help you as you document your family's past. And you will find that they have rubbed shoulders with some famous people. For instance, I raise my hand and say, we rub shoulders with George Washington, with Andrew Jackson, with Mark Twain. A branch of our family tree survived the Titanic. I can tell you some stories about Elvis Presley, and that's all because I listen to people. Once you have gotten some information, now where are you going to keep that information? How are you going to keep from losing it? I'll show you what I did back on my family tree or on this ancestry and genealogy page. There's a little button here that says click here to get started. Well, my dad had kept a little box for years with all kinds of family information in it. That box is now in the possession of my cousin. My sister has also stolen things, taken things from my mom's house and over the years. And so she has things that I've tried to steal, tried to borrow from her house and bring them here, but somehow she notices the second I take something off the wall. So yeah, it's all saved. But anyhow, go to this page and you will see how I actually catalog all this information. I catalog it. I started using a website called MyHeritage. Started years ago. Why? Because I had a 14-day free trial, and then I think that at that time you could still keep a basic family tree on the with some of your information, but you couldn't do any research. Well, now I'm deep into research. So I start here with MyHeritage. Other tools that I use are Facebook. There is a page dedicated to our family. I'll go back and show you all this. I use a lot of Wikipedia, and then I'm starting to collect other links, making this easy for you. History.com, censusrecords.com, genealogy.com, USA Gov genealogy, and genie.com, different things. You'll see them here on the website, and those of you who are specifically interested in Civil War, just have a handful of sites on here. But this is easy. So go to mrjack.us, then go to the Ancestry page, then click to get started. And let me show you MyHeritage. This costs me about $300 a year. They have different packages. You'll start out with the free package, but then you will eventually want a little more information. If not, that's whenever you go through a couple of bottles of wine because you just couldn't get the information, and you'll eventually have to break down and get this. So let me log in here. This is our main family tree. This is Joseph James Trenner. This takes me back to 1775 and actually his birth date in 1757. So once you've done this, let me show you a tree. Here's a family tree. This is what it looks like. This is the fruit hanging on the tree, or these are the nuts on the tree. All here. You see my dad, you see my mom, and this will go off in a million different directions. I'll get more into that later. But other things that you can do once you get onto MyHeritage. Why am I using MyHeritage? I told you it had a freebie. It had a free family tree. I could use it, and I did for a while till I needed more information on there. But now that I'm fully vested in the program, I know there are other programs out there, Ancestry and some of the others, but it seems like once you get to this level, everything that the other programs have come into MyHeritage. It seems like they all merge their information. I can go up here to research and search all records. You can see their catalogs. I can get records for birth, marriage, and death. There are census records. There are family trees, newspaper, immigration records. And then you can hire a researcher. I might do that one of these days. Might become a professional researcher. Let's do a census record just for the heck of it. And I'm going to put in Joseph. I'm going to put in James Trenner, and I'm going to put, let's go 1757. because I think that's the year that he was born. And let's do a search. And here, ta-da, you find out. And this is the right guy, I know, because I've done it before. But at the 1820 census record, he lived in Botetourt County, Virginia. If you go there, I've been to there once, and they told me that I was pronouncing it incorrectly. But once you get here, you can actually go to the census records. You'll be able to find wills. You'll be able to find so much interesting information. Now, I want to show you something here, too. I'm going to go to Facebook real quick, because as you begin to catalog the information that you have, you're going to run into a problem. If your name is Smith, how many ways can you spell Smith? Well, let me show you how many ways we can spell my last name. Look at this. This is the Facebook page. There are other ways to do it. So I'm not going to go any more on this today, but here, basically, this is it. If you want to get into researching your family, I'm going to say go to my website, mrjack.us, click the Ancestry Genealogy, then click here to get started, build a database, go on Facebook, talk to your family, document everything, and I will share more with you in the future, but that's it for now. If you have not been to my website, please do so. The blogs, I try to do one every week. Look at this. Last week I posted that my wife loved another man. The one before that, the dead woman had pinned his name. We found blood on the porch. When I met the president, time travel, the fugitive, rumors of war in his last day. So if you haven't been to the website, please do so. Go to the blogs. Also go to, well, I guess you're on YouTube if you're watching this, Mr. Jack's Journey. It's important that you subscribe. It's important that you like these videos. It's important that you leave a comment, because I need help growing this channel. You're what does it. I can't do it. I need to build a community of people here who are interested in the past, learning from the past, growing from the past, and finding out how, by doing so, that we can deal better with the present and prepare for the future. We do all that by knowing our past. So that being said, I think I'm going to log out for now. Tell your mom and them I said hey, and we'll talk to you next time.